What is going on, everybody? Big Boss here. It's October, so I thought it would be a good time to look at some of the most disturbing Pokemon that there are. And as it turns out, there are plenty to choose from. So, welcome to my video on the top 10 most creepy and just downright disturbing Pokemon that have been discovered so far. Now, there were two main factors that went into deciding what Pokemon actually made this top 10. Those two factors were appearance and those Pokemon's Pokédex entries. And not every Pokemon made this list. There were several that were kind of creepy or just weird but couldn't quite make the cut. And those Pokemon I have saved for our honorable mentions list. So here we go. Tentacruel. It's pretty obvious why he's, you know, kind of terrifying. Victory Bell, kind of the same thing here. It's literally a giant plant that will like swallow you whole. Golbat 2, and he's just a massive bat that drinks his own weight in blood. Arbok, pretty obvious why a giant snake would be kind of creepy or horrible to run across. Cubone's story is just awful sad. He really deserves his own video, and it has like, you know, millions of them. Ariados, it's a freaking giant spider. It's horrifying. Umbreon, which is more just, you know, mysterious, and it really is creepy. Steelix. There's nothing like a 30-foot long iron snake that grins all the time to help you sleep at night. Shiftry. Are those heels? Mawile, which literally deceives something into thinking it's adorable and then eats its face off. Solrock and Lunatone. There's just something creepy about these two in general. Sableye. Just too cute to make the list. Banette. Dusclops, which will make you do whatever it wants you to. Claydol. Just look at it. Absol, which is a walking natural disaster. Gorbis. Deoxys. A space virus. Parasect, the zombie Pokemon. Spiritomb. Toxicroak. Don't meet him in a back alley. Rotom, which just likes possessing appliances. Giratina, which honestly really does need his own video. Wait a minute. Darkrai. Ooh, he'll give you bad dreams. Scolipede, which I think I'm just personally really afraid of. Crocodile. It's an evil crocodile. Gothitelle. Jellicent, which has sunken hundreds of ships. Behemoth. Look, if it comes from space in the Pokemon universe, it's creepy. Cryogonal. Look, this is another one of those just look at it scenarios. Chandelure. It will literally burn your soul and not your flesh. Cofagrigus. Stranger Danger. Yveltal. Whenever its life comes to an end, so does everything else. Trevenant. You're not leaving this forest. Mimikyu. It just wants to be Pikachu. And also just too adorable to put on the list. And with those Pokemon out of the way, let's go ahead and see what Pokemon did make this top 10 list. Number 10. At number 10 is Frostlass. Now, Frostlass in general is a curious looking Pokemon, and it's just kind of eerie. Just appearance alone. But in the Pokédex, not only does it say that Frostlass has a hollow body, there is also an endearing legend that says that in the snowy regions, they say that a woman who was lost on an icy mountain actually was reborn as a Frostlass. Now, that's kind of unique, as it's saying that there was actually a human being that became a Pokemon. Now, it's probably just a legend, but that in itself is just really kind of creepy, and I think that it definitely gives Frostlass a solid spot on our list at number 10. Number 9. Up next, we have the Gen 5 Ghost-type Pokemon, Yamask. This is again another Pokemon, according to the Pokédex, that is, well, in this case, it's not a legend. It says that these Pokemon, quote, these Pokemon arose from the spirits of people interred in graves. Each one retains memories of its former life. So in this situation, it's not a legend. Yamask are composed, or are what used to be humans. It also says each of them carries a mask that used to be its face face when it was a human. And sometimes they look at it and cry. That's just, on top of being creepy, a little depressing. So, Yamask definitely deserves this spot at number 9. And, I mean, it's a Pokemon that used to be a human that literally misses its past life. So, in the world of Pokemon, one of the many things you can, look forward to upon passing is becoming a Yamask. Number 8. At number 8 is my personal favorite ghost, Gengar. Now, I know all of you are like, whoa, Gengar has got to be like number 3, number 1. No, look, here's the thing. Gengar is creepy, don't get me wrong. He is just terrifying from a design standpoint, and don't even get me started on the Mega. And I know the whole creepypasta with Clefable and Gengar being its shadow, but here's the thing. We're going to go with Pokédex entries, and for the most part, Gengar seems fairly tame. He does have one Pokédex entry in Silver that's a bit dark, but for the most part, Gengar just really seems like a trickster. And in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, it says, sometimes on a dark night, your shadow by a streetlight will suddenly and startlingly overtake you. But it's actually Gengar running past you, pretending to be your shadow. So, Gengar is absolutely creepy, and if you were to run into him, it would be terrifying. But I don't think Gengar really means any harm. Or does he? Number 7, and it's here we probably have one of my favorite new designs from Generation 7, Palossand. And not only is it a cool design, it's a pretty creepy Pokemon too. Palossand likes to control human adults to make them build sandcastles, and it provides them camouflage and raises their defense. Now, the other thing I find creepy about Palossand isn't so much what it does, because there are a lot of predatory Pokemon out there. We know Pokemon prey on other Pokemon in the Pokemon universe. That's nothing new. It's the fact that Nintendo, Game Freak actually, Game Freak just showed Palossand just absorbing a Pikachu. It says Palossand loves the vitality of Pokemon and drags small Pokemon into its body so it can steal their life force. Its sandy vortex swallows them up in a heartbeat. Pokemon dragged into Palossand leave traces of their ill will behind. It's thought that this negative energy may become a new Sandygast. That is just dark. The only reason Palossand doesn't score any higher is because it's doing what it needs to do to survive, but still, it's just messed up. Number 6. And here we have Glalie. Oh, Glalie is just terrifying. He's the face Pokemon. He weighs almost 600 pounds, and just look at him. On top of that, let's read his Pokédex entry. Glalie has a body made of rock, which it hardens with an armor of ice. This Pokemon has the ability to freeze moisture in the atmosphere into any shape it desires. Okay, not so bad. Let's keep going. Glalie has the ability to freely control ice. For example, it can instantly freeze its prey solid. After immobilizing its prey in ice, this Pokemon enjoys eating it in a leisurely fashion. Okay, so Glalie will instantly freeze you and then proceed to eat you in a leisurely fashion. That is just sadistic. And even more so when you look at his Mega. Number 5. On the home stretch now, at number 5 is Lambent. Okay, Lambent has a lot of problems, clearly. It says, the spirits it absorbs fuel its baleful fire. It hangs around hospitals waiting for people to pass on. What? What? How does that even work? I don't know if they allow that thing to hang around hospitals, but apparently it tries to, because souls fuel its fire. It also says it arrives near the moment of death and steals the spirit from the body. Lambent is essentially like the baby Grim Reaper or something. This is just messed up and completely just... like, people are just going to see their loved ones who are, like, doing horrible, and there's just Lambent over there like, right, I need that soul whenever you're done. What is wrong with you? Number 4. Alright, now things are starting to get a little dark. At number 4 is Cacturne. Cacturn. Okay, where do I start? It says, during the daytime, Cacturn remains unmoving so that it does not lose any moisture to the harsh desert sun. This Pokemon becomes active at night, and that's when it gets weird. Because it says, if a traveler is going through a desert in the thick of night, Cacturn will follow in a ragtag group. Okay, the Pokemon are biding their time, waiting for the traveler to tire and become incapable of moving. Wow, that's just crazy. I don't know exactly what they're gonna do to this traveler, but I mean, it can't be good. That's just horrifying. These things are completely immobile during the day, and then you turn around at night and there they are right behind you. For what reason, I do not know, but it cannot be a good one. Number 3. At number 3 is one of the terrors of my childhood, Hypno. Oh, this guy is strange. Hypno's got a long history. I'm sure most of you already know. I mean, from the TCG to the anime to the video game, Hypno is weird. But let's see what it says in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. Hypno holds a pendulum in its hand. The arcing movements and glitter of the pendulum lull the foe into a deep state of hypnosis. While this Pokemon searches for prey, it polishes the pendulum. Okay, now I'm pretty sure that that's supposed to mean because the pendulum glitters that he's just shining it, but it comes across as sounding even more terrifying and just psychotic than it probably should. And still, with Hypno's history, this is not helping him at all. Just look at the guy. Hypno is terrifying. Number 2, a seemingly innocent Pokemon. At number 2, we have Drifblion. But look a little closer at this cute little ghost, and you might start finding some awfully disturbing facts about the thing. It's not very threatening, and like I said, it's kind of cute, but it does say, this is a Pokemon, another by the way, formed by the spirits of people and Pokemon. It loves damp human seasons. But it also says that these Pokemon are called the signposts for wandering spirits, and that children holding them sometimes vanish. Now what's interesting is that in the anime, they've been shown to carry kids off accidentally, and you know, that's one thing, but this right here just says that children holding them sometimes vanish, and it is a ghost type. So what that means, that's up to speculation, but judging from the rest of its ghost brethren, wherever these kids end up, it cannot be good. Number 1! Okay, this was a tough one, ranking all these Pokemon and figuring out which one I personally thought was the most creepy. But since we're going by appearance and primarily just the Pokédex entries right now, number 1 has to be Shedinja. Okay, this Pokemon is just all kinds of wrong. It says here that Shedinja is a peculiar Pokemon. It seems to appear unsought in a Pokeball after a Nincada evolves. This bizarre Pokemon is entirely immobile. It doesn't even breathe. This Pokemon doesn't move at all. It doesn't breathe. It doesn't do anything. Shedinja's hard body doesn't move, not even a twitch. In fact, its body appears to be merely a hollow shell. It's believed that this Pokemon will steal the spirit of anyone peering into its hollow body from the hole in its back. That's even worse, because if you go to try to inspect this Pokemon just out of sheer curiosity, you're gone. Or at least your soul is. That's just horrible. Pokemon doesn't move, not even, it says a twitch, it doesn't breathe, it's creepy looking from the get-go, and then it just steals your soul. It doesn't get a whole lot worse than that. Okay, wow, those are some creepy Pokemon. I don't think I really want to meet any of those Pokemon in the dead of night, anywhere, or, you know, just any time for that matter. It's been a lot of fun, though. I really love Pokemon, but what I love even more than Pokemon is the lore surrounding the Pokemon themselves. It's just so interesting and fun reading about it and speculating. Now, there are so many Pokemon that I did not include. It's only a top 10 after all. There are many other creepy Pokemon, and many other ways to judge judge them and how creepy they may be. You know, there's the Japanese Pokédex entries. There's the attacks in some of the TCG cards. There's the anime of the manga. There's tons. So this video focused on a particular facet of that, but again, there's all kinds of opinions out there and so many ideas. But I did enjoy it. Love making the video. So much fun. I hope your October is just as creepy as some of the lore surrounding these Pokemon. Thank you guys so much for watching. It really does mean a lot to me. And if you guys did enjoy the video, please just destroy that like button. And as always, don't forget to subscribe. And if you like, you can always keep up with me on Pokémon as well. It's a great app with a wonderful community. You can download it on iOS and Android. It's a lot of fun, really good app. So again, I hope you guys enjoyed. I love making the video, and I'll see you in the next one.